Hi guys, I'm Jemma and I'm from the Label Lady. My background is that I went to school, I went to college, I got MVQs in childcare, funny enough, and ended up nannying and working in nurseries. I went on to study as a paediatric nurse in university, and while I was doing that I worked in like a wedding venue and got to learn about the wedding industry and parties and events. And in 2012 I qualified as a paediatric nurse, and then in between that what I would do is come home, and I was always quite creative, so I actually bought my first label machine in 2016 and started to label things around the house, started to label for events and parties and weddings and things like that. So that's how I started to learn what to do with labelling. The Label Lady creates chic home storage, office storage, anywhere you'd like to organise labels. And what I do is I create labels that you can apply to things like jars and boxes and really get organised wherever you are. So if you're at home, if it's under your kitchen sink or in your pantry cupboard, or if it's in your office where you want to organise all your stationery, it's just a really pretty way of displaying labels and identifying where everything is and making sure everything's got a home and a place. From starting the business back in January 2020, I honestly didn't imagine that it would go the way it's gone. Social media has been a huge help, and while everyone's been at home during lockdown, it's meant that I've been able to engage and really get to know the people who are watching my social media and my stories, my Instagram. So it's been I've met some really amazing people and got to really learn about who is a part of my, I say it all the time, but like my Instagram family. So I'm really proud of that, and I'm proud that I've been able to help so many people to get organised, to get systems in place at home. I've released an empowerment range, which is like the labels that you can see behind me, and they've been really moving because I've had so many people write to me and say how by putting a label in a mirror to tell them how amazing they are and being able to look at that every day means so much to them. So yeah, for sure, really proud of that. The process with Blood Sugar was one that obviously I don't think anyone expected, especially not me, especially not my family. We just decided to, you know, we were talking and just decided, should we just send him an email and see what happens? And obviously, like, maybe I expected, you know, a reply to say thank you for emailing, you know, like when you get a letter back from the Queen, that type of thing. But I didn't actually expect for him to engage and say, well, actually, can you show me what you're doing, because it sounds really interesting. So yeah, we kind of started off with an email and then went on to a Zoom call because of COVID. So I went on to a Zoom call and spoke about how the business was doing, how I was achieving what I was achieving and where I wanted to go. And then that just materialised into him very kindly offering to invest in the business. And yeah, the rest, they say, is history. No, not yet. We've only just started. So obviously, with Lord Sugar's investment, I want to grow. And the biggest part of the growth for me was actually in knowledge and in experience. So when I looked for him investing, it was because he's like a library, and I wanted to be able to tap into that library and learn from that library and be able to build the business in the right way. So for me, the growth is about learning more than anything, and hopefully on that learning journey, as my ideas come into my head, he will be able to give me the right advice as to whether to go forward with them or not go forward with them and how to go forward with them. So that was the most important thing for me. So if you want to check out the Label Lady, then you can either head over to the website, which is www.thelabellady.shop, or I've got an Instagram, which is label.lady.1, and I've also got a Facebook page under the Label Lady too.